One man's trash, another man's treasure. 166, no name, no number. DXT bird. I think I just found my new roller disc. I mean, it's going in the back. Okay, just, you know, I'll let everyone else have some fun. Fine. For day 12 of Vlogmas, we find ourselves up in Cedar Park, just north of Austin, at Jumano Disc Golf Course. Never been here before. This is my 177th course played. And if you're wondering who I am, obviously, you found my YouTube channel. I'm Connor O'Reilly with Team OTB Discs. And this is 25 days, 25 courses for this year's Vlogmas once again. Jumano, you know, it says you gotta be Blockhouse resident, but we're here visiting family. And, you know, we just wanted to come check out the disc golf course. We're gonna make sure to leave no trace behind on this all par threes, 9-hole course. Let's check it out. Jumano is a John Houck design, so I'm surprised he didn't slide some par 4s and 5s into here. Either way, I've heard it's difficult, and this hole looks to be pretty narrow. Straight ahead, you have a route right at it. You also have this route on the right that's slightly bigger that I think I'm going to be taking with that color shift zone. Mulched fairway should offer some ground play, so I'm going to make sure to keep this one low, avoid any low ceilings, try to rely on a nice skip. Centered it. If you're wondering what today's level up is, it's going to be the Ace Bounty, thanks to another round ATX that I just snagged on hole 9 earlier with this faith. So you want to grab one of these faiths, grab yourself some aces, snag birdies, maybe chip in a windy approach like this one, hit me up. Description below has that info. Probably about 110 left. Look at that. All day with the faith, you're going to split gaps like that, especially if you use code Connor. You can't really use it when you get the faith from me, but maybe I will give you free shipping if you try. You know, if you try hard enough, you might succeed. Established in 2021, this course is only 3 years old, and so far I liked hole 1. I thought it was a solid, good width and ceiling ratio to distance. Challenging but repeatable and fun par 3. 296 here, thanks to our Bushnell rangefinder. Low ceiling, as I think is going to be a very common theme throughout this track. And that wind is ripping. Let's see what direction we got. Yeah, straight at us. Looks like they have the infrastructure for some tee signage, whether it's on these big rocks or on these posts. And I think that'll be the kind of final step to making an awesome 9-holer here. Unless some vandal is sitting with that tee sign for number 2 in their living room. But, you know, I don't know. I'm actually going to go bump up to that thought space. I believe crux. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. Should be able to handle this wind. Give us a nice skip at the end. That disc has some awesome integrity to it. I needed to pop it even flatter there, but I'm happy with that shot. Force straddle with this low branch here. I guess I could just kind of stand up and look. No, I don't like that. I don't want my vision to be blocked off at any point in the swing, so I'm going low here. There we go. First birdie of the day. Hole 3, straight ahead of us. Nice gap here off the tee that stays there throughout. It does open up a little bit at the green, and you are on a little bit of a slope, allowing you to run this ace run 198 feet. Really reminds me of the shot I made at hole 9 Zilker earlier with this disc, only 10 feet longer. Can we double it up? That'll be the biggest level up ever. We're really gonna keep continuing. I think this level up right there, what'd that give me to level? It's gotta be level 81, you know, Kobe Bryant, 81-point game. Now we're trying to get to level 82, but it's gonna be tough to get there. We're gonna need a monumental moment. Gotta watch out for this tee, kind of big folk blocker on the tee. This tree, not tee. Drop. Oh, such a nice line, and you guys can see why a disc like the Faith is great for straight ace runs. Check them out. Tapping in under this beautiful oak canopy, and that basket was definitely installed wrong. Look how far up those chains are. They're supposed to be below the bolt here. I think the poles are maybe upside down. Might want to fix that. I do love the touch of the juniper branch wall. Just adds a great aesthetic here and a nice blocker for those shots that leak off too far to the left. I truly love to see the growth of disc golf in Austin. You pull up UDisc, you look at the map, there's so many courses, whether it's a 9-hole course or an 18. I think any way you can get disc golf introduced to your area, it doesn't take too much impact on the land around it, and as long as you get some nice tees and baskets, that'll last you for a long time. Signage obviously is a good bonus. And here we are along this beautiful little creek. Tunnel shot needs to work its way barely to the right if you want to park it, but a hole like this, you don't need to fall for the bait. Just play it straight. Take a look. At 270, I'm debating whether I go with that Watt or with the straighter Faith on a little bit of a hyzer. What are you thinking, May? May wants the Watt. This is for all you gyro maniacs here. Fan grip Watt. Oh, there we go. I'm starting to figure that disc out. Definitely needs quite a bit of hyzer if you want to keep it straight. But like I said, I just played the left gap. I didn't fall for the bait of trying to go park that thing and show off for my friends. Show off by scoring 9 birdies in a row and leaving with the win. This chartreuse reflective tape around the basket is kind of throwing my brain off for some reason, because it is close to the yellow band of the Enema basket, but nice neon vibes here. Another beautiful green on the 4th. Oh, you wanted it so bad. And sometimes you just gotta want it just enough. Tough to settle for par. I was trying to school you guys on playing straight in the woods, but you know, the tee shot did its work. Just gotta knock that one in. Hole 5 is 282 feet. Definitely playing like one of the longest ones so far, especially with that low ceiling. Narrow gap here, bends to the left after that kind of curvy juniper with the orange reflective stake on it. And the cool thing about this one is there's a lot of reflectors around. I think it's kind of set up for night golf. I also noticed these little LED solar lights on the basket, so those might light up at night. Might be a great course. Bring a flashlight out. You can kind of see based on the reflectors, okay, this is where my fairway is. I'm gonna have a little bit of lighting on the basket. I really love it. Don't want that crux. Just pipe it down the gap, looking for that disc to fade late. Oh, caught that poor little tree, knocked down. I was also eyeing this gap in the sky, so I want to try one there with the cap wrap, because that's kind of what my first thought was, just to have some fun out here. See if we can hit this little gap up in the sky. It came back towards the fairway, but I think it's stuck up in the trees. We'll find it, we'll find it. Megan was calling for the Watt, just playing it straight, so let's see if she wins. Yes, but not because that's the right disc, all right? I just threw it right, okay? I should have shanked it, y'all. Faith's always got my back. Tried, y'all. There's the Raptor up there. I thought it was stuck in the trees. I actually got to circle one. I knew that gap through the sky was a good one. And here was Megan's shot. Proven once again, obviously, straight gets you to a good spot. And if I threw a little further, I could have even gotten to edge of circle one. So, you know, maybe it was a case to listen to my own adage. but I like my first disc choice. Another nice wall behind us here, collecting any of the shots that are good enough to pure it through, which I like. Anytime you're playing in a scrubby area like the Texas Hill Country, having some shots up your sleeve might go a long way. Now, while this is a split option fairway, right here ahead of us, 229 feet, and it is doable, repeatable. Left side's a little trickier. Right side definitely gets you to that 20-footer, but still pretty narrow. I see this large gap up here to the left, and that's my biggest option, as well as low canopy, or kind of low top of the trees in most of these guys where I feel confident I can fly over the top. I'm gonna go orbital on it. That's right. We're getting orbital, throwing the orbital, and I'm going grenade. Thumb on the bottom. I'm gonna rip it up here, and having an understable disc, it's gonna fly off to the right for me. Just a matter of if I read this wind properly, because it's galing. I'm gonna wait, use my 30 seconds. It got up and flew to the right like I wanted, but I'm caught up in some trees left of the basket. I think it's not that far away though. Missed it. The wind gust sent from the gods of disc lovers blew the disc down for us. It was close. Like I said, if I came out of the hand a little bit more to the right, it was shaping really nicely. I think it's a good line for this hole, and it's not a bad shot to learn. I'm not saying you got to be Kevin Jones throwing it all the time, but if you have fun, it doesn't hurt your fingers too much, go for it. Stay up. Let's go. That wind aided birdie. Come on. We went orbital on them. Level up. I thought it looked like a mushroom for a second, but no. We're getting zapped up to outer space. Throwing hot flames. Hole 7, playing into the setting sun, into a grove of gorgeous leaning oaks. Couple main big trunks here at the midpoint, really making you pick a side. I like the right side, a little bit more ceiling to work with. Then another set of leaning oaks up there surrounding the basket. Beautiful hole. Color shift zone into that setting sun. Oh, a little flat there, but snuck up there for a look at the right side. Looks to be in circle 1. Respect all trees, especially old trees. No breaking branches, please. No sitting, no swinging, no pulling, no cutting. I love that because having trees like this just tells such a story of just the struggle and the perseverance of nature. And when a kid comes down, yeah, it's fun to climb on it, but don't rip it off. And if you can support your tree, especially those low-hanging branches, I really am a fan of that. Another weirdly installed basket, but who cares if you just knock it down in the chains. I kind of was worried because that assembly is a little bit off, but we jammed that in the heart, right in the heart of these beautiful oaks. Another incredible leaning oak right here off the tee. Doesn't really get in the way, but it does create an awesome visual. Narrow lines here, not a lot of great options. You got this wall here blocking the low stuff on the right, so there is kind of a up high to the right shot. There's also this straight gap, which is pretty tight and narrow. Left side offers probably the biggest gap, though it is low ceiling here initially off the tee. I'm gonna go mutant forehand. Kind of matches these baskets with that chartreuse, so I figure lean into the synergy. Absolute Shank Park job. You gotta love it. One man's trash, another man's treasure. 166, no name, no number. DX T-Bird. I think I just found my new roller disc. going in the back. Okay, just, you know, I'll let everyone else have some fun. Fine. If you left your right T-bird, it's right there. You know, we could go straddle here, but what's the fun of that? You can't show off your basketball putt. I guess birdies are the fun of that. And that's why you always got to be business-like on the course. Take every chance you can get. Easy par. One final hole out here at Jumano, and I'm kind of sad to go. This has been a fun course, and I'm glad to add it to my list of courses played. Whoa, look out. 3's green, just behind hole 9 here. And that was a cardinal. I thought it was a disc. We got some pixels coming in behind us. Watch out, Simon. Come on. I'm going to go Watt, though. 261, late movement to the right here. Flat release, dragged it over, and Caddy May with an amazing pick. Bravo. One final chance at birdie. Boom, got it up in the tailwind. Did not redeem the jumper. That's a little bit out of my range, and that's okay. I appreciate you guys for joining. This was once again day 12 of Vlogmas. I'm Connor O'Reilly with Team OTB Discs, and bringing you guys all this disc golf action in December has always been an amazing thing, and I appreciate everyone who tunes in and who shares it with their friends. See you guys tomorrow, or maybe tonight, depending on when you're watching this. We'll see.